GGRC.
Hey everybody, welcome to another E3 2019 trailer reaction with me, RC, here on GGRC. Of course, my co-pilot, co-host, Sushi over here, sleeping during all of the press conferences, all of the trailers. But right now we're going to be taking a look at Battletoads. Now, Battletoads is a long-awaited game by many, and probably a series that some want to forget, to be quite honest. I'm sort of in the middle. I definitely have a nostalgia bone for Battletoads, that's for sure, and I played a lot of the NES game when I was a kid. Could never get past the speeder bike stage, just like everybody else, because it was the unfair, super terrible level in the game. However, a new Battletoads is very intriguing, and that's what they showed off today at the Xbox press conference here. And the interesting part, though, is they did not give it a release date. They kind of just showed this logo here at the very end and said, hey, Battletoads, basically, we're working on it. And they also showed a very, I think, divisive art style. I think some people are going to dig it, some people aren't. For me, I'm sort of, it's again, like an in-between thing where I think it's cool. I think they probably could have went a different route with it, but there's probably a reason they're going this route. They want Battletoads to look a certain way. So let's jump in and take a look. You guys can decide for yourselves. All right, here we are with the trailer. Let's get in here. Everybody remembers the fun pause music. And they're back. So you can see this looks like a Saturday morning cartoon or Cartoon Network style art style. But you got Rash, you got Pimple, and of course you got Zit, the three frogs that have, or I'm sorry, toads of course, that have always been a part of it. For their biggest battle yet. Though their biggest battle could have arguably been with Double Dragon, right? The Battletoads Double Dragon game. It says 3-player co-op, which I thought was interesting. You'd think they would have purposely added a fourth frog, or toad, I'm going to keep saying that here, just to make it 4-player co-op. Interesting that they decided to keep it 3. Of course, there's your speeder bikes. Those are back, and hopefully they won't be as annoying as the previous game, or at least the NES game. Oh, and there you go, Battletoads. So, of course, Battletoads owned by Microsoft because they bought Rare so long ago, only just now getting into it here. But as you can see, from that art style, like I said, I think it's going to be a very divisive thing. Let me find a good shot here so you can see it. So, yeah, you can see the characters on screen there. They don't necessarily look bad, in my opinion. I definitely don't think they look bad, but it's definitely not what I was expecting. I was actually expecting like more 3D rendered type of things going on with these frogs here. But they decided to go with like a more 2D cartoony Cartoon Network Saturday morning cartoon thing. Not a bad decision, you know, just different than what I was expecting. And it might be one of those things that grows on me as well. And maybe you out there too. Yeah, look at that guy with his huge long tongue here. The only thing I think that may have actually inspired them to go this route with the art style is probably because of Cuphead. And it might also be why they didn't put a release date at the end, because I'm sure all of these characters are being, you know, because they look drawn, like old school fashion drawn with the characters and everything like that. So maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe they're, you know, going through and they're actually hand drawing most of these things in here. I'm not really sure. But at the end of the day, it is another, you know, 3-player brawler. So if you're really into brawler games, the last one I can remember that I was really into was Castle Crashers on the 360. Me and a buddy of mine played quite a bit of that. But I'm not so sure that I'm super into brawlers nowadays. But this is definitely a game I want to give a chance because I used to really like the Battletoads game, at least the first couple levels of it. Loved the attitude with it. Because it was just silly. The fact that you're playing as toads that like kick the crap out of other things, right? It's pretty funny. But yeah, regardless, looking forward to seeing whenever this comes out. And I definitely want to see more gameplay footage, and I'd like to see what this game actually plays like, you know, as far as like using moves against enemies and that kind of thing. But there you go, everybody. I'll see you all in the next E3 2019 trailer reaction.